everybody. This is Bob Iacchino from Path Trading Partners, along with Mike Arnold for another Path Chat, focusing on stocks now. Historic Dow 20,000 was reached yesterday, historic and unimportant as a level. So Mike is going to go through the Dow, what he's seeing there. He's also going to go through a couple of potential trade recommendations. They weren't trades, they were potentials. Mike will explain that as well. But Mike, take over, please. Let them know why Dow 20,000 is historic, but not necessarily significant.
Okay, thanks, Bob. It's historic because it's the first time we've ever hit Dow 20,000, and people love to gravitate to nice round numbers. Beyond that, it's just another number. It doesn't specifically mean anything other than the market kept gravitating to it because of people wanted their Dow 20,000 hats, which is a running joke. So let's go over. We had a classic shake and bake pattern happen last week. This is a daily Dow chart. We closed below a level, which we actually posted a chart and to show if we continue to lower the downside projections. It then popped up with the inauguration, and this sucked people into the short side thinking we were going to sell off. And then we immediately rallied to the opposite side and closed above it. So that's why we call it shake and bake. It shakes people in, and it sort of bakes them and goes the other way. Here are the upside projections. Actually, yesterday, I've had these on my chart for a little while. Yesterday, the upside projection was 2083. For our Gann levels, the high was 2082. So essentially, it hit the target with yesterday's move above 20K. Our next levels are 2136. You can call it 2135. You can round it to as people like the even numbers or the 5s and 10s. The next level beyond there is 2190, which if we hit that, we may target the 2200 level rather easily. So those are the upside projections for the Dow. Now, we talked about both on our podcast, I don't know if we did a video, Bob, but I know we talked about on our podcast of a potential double. This was a double top in Bank of America. This is now turned into a triple top. One top, two tops, three tops. That invalidates the pattern. It never triggered. Nothing happened, but we remove it from our charts because it's now not a potentially valid trade. It's now a triple top pattern, which is somewhat favors a continuation pattern, but that we do not have a chart set up off that. Just want to show you if we say something became invalid because it was either a triple top or triple bottom, that's what happened. Finally, NVIDIA. We talked about we needed a close above the peak. We popped up yesterday by a couple cents above the peak and then sold off throughout the rest of the day, pretty much rallied slightly in the close, but still closed as a red candle. This is still a valid trade. We still need a close above the 109.19 level. So that's what we're still going to be watching for. And here are the upside projections. If you want to see how that trade's called out, you can review our other video or the Path Chat video and see how we structured that trade. But it did not trigger, and it is still valid. Back to you, Bob.
Thanks, Mike. I just want to point one more thing out at Bank of America. Triple tops. As Mike mentioned, they invalidate the double top. They tend to continue to the upside. We don't have any reliable data in our research as to how far a triple top can go. That's why we're not going to trade Bank of America long necessarily. But if you're somebody who is currently long Bank of America, the triple top generally means it's going to continue to go in the original direction, which you see on this chart. The original direction is up, and it was the up move that formed the three tops. So triple tops tend to be continuations, but we don't have a target for you. So again, we don't have a trade recommendation on that. If we did, we'd give it to you, obviously. But if you're still long it, you probably want to stay long it. Thanks again. Cheers, guys. Tomorrow we'll record the Money Path podcast, and it will be released Saturday. Please sign up for that, subscribe to that. You can find it on our website at pathtradingpartners.com or on iTunes or Google. Cheers.